Well, hello there. Welcome to my home in Cyprus. And I have just posted, it's part 2 of Walk S, and it's just showing you a lot more of literally what's around my house. So a lot more just here, literally, rather than walking along. It shows more the situation of my house and what's right around me. So do go and look at that. And in the link under that video is part 1. You see some of the cave in part 2, the one I've just posted, and there are links to show you more of the cave in other videos under that. So do go and have a look at that. And let's go over to the comments and see who we've got in today. Oh dear, we have Steve and Tina Jewell. I'm assuming it's Steve on crutches today. Oh dear, slipped and banged my leg. Not too bad. I hope that wasn't getting off your boat. They've got a lovely boat. You need to go and check out. I'm not sure if it's their last video because sometimes I have to go back and catch up if I haven't watched videos. Possibly their last video. Do go and take a look at that. I hope that wasn't on your boat, Steve. Oh dear, I feel so sorry for you. Oh dear, let's do a special hello for Steve and Tina Jewell. Oh, Steve says, yes, getting off the boat. Oh my goodness me. Oh dear. I hope you'll recover pretty soon. The thing with injuries like that is take longer than you feel you need, because once you have something like that, you've only got to start using it a little bit too soon or pushing it that bit far and you'll always feel it. Good job your son was there to help. Oh my goodness, Steve. It's not like I can really help you from here. That's one of the things I really dislike about YouTube, that I hear my friends need help or I could go and help them. And I just can't. I feel even more worthless when I can't do much. So all we can do is cheer you up, because sometimes boredom can be a problem. Steve says, lucky it was the end of the trip. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's begin straight away today then with today's quote. And I have just been sitting here before I came on air, finally putting all my little intros that I do for all these little bits into the right order, because alphabetically they're all over the place. It was just how I reloaded them when I had to change the music. And I will say today, what's reminded me of that, you'll have to go and watch the video that's on my other channel talking about the whole situation of the copyright music that is free to use. I don't want to keep going over it, hence why I made a whole video. And just an update on that, the channel that gave me a what's it called, a Gmail address, and I said the Gmail wasn't correct. It just keeps coming up. It's not a address, an email address. Today, out of the blue, I've got a random message, as if it's the first time they contacted me back, saying, here's our Gmail, tell us the URLs and all the things I've already sent them of the music, which was good in a way because I've just done that again. And I've also put, I was trying to make some shorts today on my dance channel, and one of them, if you make shorts, you'll understand what I'm talking about. When you make a short, you press, I think it's remix or something, into a short. And when you press on that, where you'll get all the things that say you can edit it into, make it a short, it comes up, you can use, so you can't make it into a short basically. And that's either you've got copyright material, as in your footage, which obviously I haven't, or you can't use the music that's already on there. Well, it's the same place, the music. So I've let them know, although I hadn't told them there was an issue with that because I only found that today. It was good. I've sent the URL with that. Oh, and they said you are copyrighted, putting our music credits up before you post, are you not? And I was like, duh, I told you all that. And I also told them that not only am I putting the copyright up, I always put in the music credits the disclaimer where the owner has said you can use this music with no situations. So we'll see where that goes. As always, I will keep you updated. So I didn't play the quote, did I? No. Let's do Monday quote, and I will do some new ones soon. So that's especially for Steve, to let him know the sun will be shining again soon, and use this in a positive way. The time where you need to rest, use it to do all those little things you would like to do, sitting down things, if only you had time to just sit down. So whether it's sorting books out, files out, maybe even catching up with some YouTubers, all those things that we don't always say we have time for, get those things done. Maybe you've got taxes and you just put them off. So maybe you've got something to do like that. Get done. It's done. Those kind of things. Oh, thanks. Bless you. Oh, dear. Okay, let's go on to this. I want to show you this, but you can't see it. I've got a video coming up on my other channel. It's only my bookcase. If you've seen the videos of this room that I'm in, my creation station room, where I do my studying and I do my videos, it's my editing room and obviously lives. It's my creation station. And just next to me here is my bookcase, where is only Greek. So the Greek language, whether it's books to read, whether it's language learning, dictionaries, all those things, it's all there. And I literally might wanted to stay up and watch the football last night. And for us, it started at 10 p.m. For us, it started at 10 p.m. And so he wanted to watch that. So I said, I'll stay up with you, but I want to do something. So I want to make the time worthwhile. So I literally took everything out the bookcase. It's a much better way to keep me going and get a job done, because I don't like a job half done. So I literally emptied the whole bookcase, sorted it out. I want to get rid of paperwork. I keep talking about that. Obviously, can't throw away everything. I don't want to get rid of anything. And I've gone through it all, and I want to reduce stuff. Anything that's loose papers, I'm trying to file better, and it looks so lovely. You can't see it, but on the top shelf I had this, which is just all homemade bookmarks. They're just cards, Christmas cards and birthday cards, ones I particularly think, oh, they'll make good bookmarks. So I don't want to put those back on there. They will go in my little box under my other desk that's here. You can just about see the corner behind my chair. And I have a box under there of my lives. So I've got files sticking up, place cards, if you like, sticking up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then I put in the books or whatever I'm using. So these will go in front, because obviously I'm marking pages, what I want to share with you. So I thought while we're chatting, I will just go through and tidy these up. I want to sort them into different sizes. So we have, for example, cat one. That's just a thick bit of card. So maybe I could stick something on there. Any pretty cards that I've received, I would just keep for bookmarks. So I want to kind of put them in size order. This is from, I think, a calendar. Oh, I know what this is from. My sister lives in Eastbourne in England, and she gave me a calendar of where she lives, the village where she lives. And I think this was autumn. So obviously I wanted to keep some of that. This was from a Notelit card. So I've got that one. So I want to sort them out. I will probably keep them in this, but I'll probably paper clip them together of the different sizes. This was from an exercise book. I don't know if you can see it because it changes. It's Shrek and Donkey. I don't know if you're really seeing how the picture changes. So we've got different versions of Shrek. Go in there. Oh, these were on the back of the cereal box a long time ago. I think this is possibly the last one left. Not sponsored. I don't like Frosties or anything like that. And it's actually got a ruler measurements along the side. So I'll use that one till it's finished. Little birthday card. Got someone in the chat that's just seen. Definitely resting for sure. Yes, use the time positively. Try and find something that you can do that you really wanted to do, whether it be for pleasure or not. I don't think you're getting that one. There we go. For pleasure, or just those jobs at bookwork, paperwork, sorting out stuff. Some people have things like photo albums they never get round to doing. Find a project or find a new hobby. Find a new hobby. So some of these are card. Just some little cute ones. So as I say, I don't want to put it back on my shelves. It's so nice. I cleaned them all down. But I still didn't find the back of my earring. I've got a mirror over the top of the bookcase, and that's where I put my earrings in, because the top shelf, the top of it, is kind of a good height to put like my earrings, and I put my earrings in and out. And I dropped the back of one of them a little while ago. And when I dropped the back off, I looked all around the floor and couldn't find it. I thought it's probably fallen sort of in a folder, like between the paper or something. Oh, look, more where my sister lives. That's from that calendar. But no, there was no back of the earring. I've done all under this desk. No, I don't think it went the other way. So I don't know where it's gone. I really don't know where it's gone. Steve saying, too many jobs I need to get out and work on. Yeah, all the things you've been putting off, though, I expect. So you're like, no, I can't. It's like me. I'm like, oh, I want to get back into doing some big garden projects because it's far too hot. I did leave my pool to come and do the live. Oh, this is a proper bookmark. You put over the book, page mark. This I think I got off of some clothes. It was a really cool tag. I don't know why you're not getting it today. There we go. That's a bit better. I think I probably got my, I was going to see street light then. My backlight's on too much. Let me turn it down a bit. There, dimmed you off. Oh, this is funny. This was a Christmas card from my auntie in England. And we had a donkey sanctuary here, and it was linked. The owners or company, whatever owns it, is in England, and my auntie helps out there, and she sent me a donkey Christmas card that said sponsored by the donkey sanctuary. It's a fun little one. So as I say, different sort of size ones. I've probably got too many, actually. Too many. But I've got different sizes. Of course, with Christmas cards and birthday cards, you can make them into gift tags. That would be quite a good gift tag of that one. But I don't receive birthday or Christmas presents, so I'm not sending them anymore. Seems a bit foolish to send them. I know it's not about sending things because you get things, but with my frugal life, people can't afford to send stuff like me. Then why are you sending stuff there? So that's those. I've got this little box I covered because you know me, I like hologram. I don't know if you can see that very well. And they will probably go back in there. So what should we do now? Let's do this. So, what to watch on your coffee break? Do you remember a little while ago I did on my community post page, what is this drink that I'm drinking? I did a picture of it. I did give a clue or a couple of clues, and then I said I would reveal it on my live. And then in my live, I had the actual drink. So some people that hadn't seen the community post could play along. And then I revealed what it was. Well, people loved that so much. I've done another one. You might have to go back a couple because I think I posted something else today and maybe something prior to that. So you might have to go back 2 or maybe even 3 community posts, because I'm always putting up funny signs on this channel's community post. So if you see those, go down a bit. And it's quite a clear drink. It's not this because this is my water, but it's quite clear looking like this. What clue have I put? I don't know if it's the same clue. It's only one thing. It's not a mix. It's not something and something, as in I've put in something and then put something else in. It's not that. It's just ice. I think there's lime, a piece of lime in there. So there's ice, a piece of lime, and then I've poured one thing in. So it's not like vodka and tonic or whatever it is. It's nothing like that. It's one thing. And if you know me, it is alcoholic. So go along to my community post. As I say, maybe you've got to scroll down a couple, maybe, and you'll see it there. It's a clear colour. There's been some guesses already, so look at those comments first. So you're like, if you're thinking it's something and someone's already put it, I always respond if it's not right, so you can see. And then I'll give it maybe a week, and then I will do it on one of my lives, revealing what it is. I will also post it then in the community post to the people who have guessed. So put a guess in there, and then if you miss my live, you'll still get the answer. So it's worth going and just putting a drink in there if you want to know the answer without trying to trawl through a live that you might have missed and not know what the answer is. It's pretty fun. Blue's here. Afternoonies, lovelies. Afternoon to you, my friend. And here's a special hello for you. Okay, Steve's saying, be nice if I can get to the garden and rest. Yes, definitely. Yes, Blue, I don't know if you know, Steve's had a bit of an accident. He's had a bit of an accident. Poor thing. Poor Steve. He's on crutches now. Bless him. Bless him. Okay, what should we do now? Oh, let's go on and do, I'm on the wrong page. Let's do a bit of this. So I'm just grabbing my water. So, seeing as I was talking about alcohol, I've made again my lollies or popsicles, depending on where you're from. I've made some more of those again. And I always say to Mike, what flavours do you want? And he said, oh, I like the cola one or Pepsi one. He said, I like that if you make me like loads of those. And what I do is make it up. It's very easy. It's just boil up some water and sugar. You only need, is it 3/4 of a pint? Or no, I think it's 1/4 of a pint of water. Might be 3/4 of a pint. I have got the lolly recipe on my other channel if you want the URL for it. Best not to take my advice live how much it is. But anyway, it's just a bit of water, 6 ounces of sugar. Yes, so it's probably 3/4 of a pint of water, but let me give you the URL for the lollies if you want it. You just boil that up, put in 3, I think it's tablespoons of lemon juice, put that in, let it cool. So obviously the sugar's got to dissolve. You let it boil for 3 minutes, keep boiling, let it cool down completely. And then you're supposed to divide it into 3, but I divide it into 4, and I just use old ice cream tubs. You're only going to fill them about that much. There's not going to be much in them, but I just do that for ease. So you divide the water up in there, and then you just pour. Now I think this is the 1/4 of a pint of what flavour you want in each one. So I've done Pepsi this time. I've done peach, which this time I've used like a peach cordial or squash. I've used that. I haven't made it up first and poured it in. I've poured it in neat. What else did I do this time? Another cordial or squash, which is summer fruits. I thought that'd be nice as like lollies or popsicles. And then I decided to try my butterscotch liqueur. I can't wait to try that. I can't wait to try that. So I'll let you know how tasty that one is. If you want to see those, I will be putting that when I've got just little short clips, because I haven't done the whole how I made it because I've already got that video. But if you want to sort of see them, I normally put little short things like that together as Dawn's Diary on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And I put it on there, and it's just little bits. So it's got Monday, and it might have that, and then Tuesday something else completely different, but not long enough to make a whole video. So that's where that will be. But as I said, it won't be the recipe because I've done that on that channel before. And then what you do, you put, when you've divided it into 4, you obviously stir each one, and then you put it in the freezer and leave it for 3 hours. Now, you don't want it completely set. You want it fairly set, but so you can whisk it up. So you then take it out the freezer after 3 hours, whisk it up a bit. So it's sort of like slushy, like a slushy. It's not runny, but it's not solid. So it's like slushy. And then you pour it into, I've got those lolly makers. So I pour it into those, and I make sure I know what one's what, and then you put it in the freezer and you can have it as soon as it's set. So I do that. There's not much sugar content for what the lolly is. Obviously, if you're doing it to be healthy and whatever, look at what you're putting in it to make the flavor. That's going to be worse than the amount of sugar in there. So I've done before orange juice, so you can do fresh juice. I've done lemonade. Basically, whatever you want. You can make alcoholic ones. You can make fruit ones. Literally anything and everything. So if you've got a glut of fruit in your garden, you could pulp that up and mix it in. So you could have solid bits in there as well, and then freeze them. And you've got lollies for the whole summer. But obviously, you don't have to have the lolly makers. You could just put them in little yogurt pots. If you want to, you can put a lolly stick or popsicle stick in it before it sets and then squeeze it out. or just spoon it out when it's done. It's up to you. So it's quite versatile. Oh dear, poor Steve, saying Blue. Yes, indeed, poor Steve. Poor Steve. But it was pleasure that caused pain, Blue. It was pleasure that caused pain. And he had his son with him, he said. So that was pretty good. There was someone there for him. Okay, let's do a little funny. Well, I nearly drowned myself. I'm not always with it. Well, sometimes it's so hot here that we literally just are in the pool most of the time. So we're not swimming all the time in the pool. I can't stand on the bottom. It's all one depth. If it's not been filled to its right level and it's been like draining away or the sun's evaporated lots, I can just about go on my tiptoes, but it sort of bobs up here. I'm sure Mike does it that depth to make me swim and exercise, but I can't stand on the pool. Well, right now Mike's filled it up to where it's supposed to go, so I can't even begin to stand on the bottom. But as I say, it's all one depth. So I'm in my pool, and what we do a lot, because we're literally just in there, sometimes we sit on, we've got really big steps. You must have seen it in videos. We've got really big steps you can sit on, though, really wide steps, not like a ladder type step. So we sit on there sometimes, but sometimes it's so hot you've got to literally dunk to here. So what I do a lot is I might swim around. If Mike's standing in the pool, I might swim to him and grab hold of him and just sort of dunk around with him. Sometimes I go behind him, like hang on to his back, and he'll walk around. So I'm literally like a hermit. I hang on to him and sometimes tight, cuddling him and we're chatting, or sometimes a lot more loose, or I might hold him with my feet and just lay back in the water, but quite loosely sometimes. I might have just one hand on his shoulder to keep you buoyant. Anyway, we were talking the other day in the pool, and I can't remember what we were saying, and I said, I'll go off and do that then, or whatever it was we were talking about. And I turned around, forgot we were in the pool, and started walking away. And he fished me out. He said, what are you doing? You can't walk on water. I was like, I totally forgot we were in the pool because we'd been chatting for so long and I wasn't hanging on to him. I was just kind of there. And I literally turned my body around and started walking away. That was so funny. Well, not really. Blue's saying to Steve, oh, bless. Blue's mind just dropped in the gutter, not the pleasure might be thinking. If anyone's watching, do go over to Steve and Tina Jewel channel and do wish them the best. So, you could be making lots of editing. Do lots of editing. You can play with your AI. I know you love doing your AI. You can make some good content. Oh, Steve, I don't want to pay for anything. I don't want to start uploading loads of things. But you know the old, I think you could do it in Photoshop. I'm not sure. I never really got on with that. I want something very simple I can use to cut out like part of a picture, not delete part of a picture, but you know, like you can cut yourself out and put yourself on the thumbnail. That. What's the easiest, simplest way I can do that? So if I wanted now to cut my head out, not off, cut my head out and put it on, I don't know, a thumbnail or something like that, what's my easiest way of doing that? I don't want to really download tons of stuff. What's my simplest way of doing that? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Okay, let's go on to this. Okay, We'll talk about the title, not the subject. Discover, sort, declutter. Sort. You're like, what you're on about, Dawn? Sort. Can you understand what I'm saying? Sort. Discover, sort, declutter. You're going to sort things out. Then why on earth did I notice in one of my videos today the subtitles, the text translation, SALT, salt. I'm going to discover salt. Discover salt. And they think I'm going to discover salt and pepper. Discover salt. So people are clicking on thinking I'm going to discover salt, where salt comes from. No, I'm going to discover what things I've got in a drawer and sort it out. Oh my goodness. Can they not get, if they're going to put the translations in English, can they actually have an English speaker typing these out? Oh, it's all very well things are spelt wrong. Oh, and you know, I had trouble before with them when I used to say at the beginning of my videos, hi, I'm Dawn, blah, blah, blah. And I used to get quite upset that it was D-O-N. I'm not a man. So I used to get quite bothered by, hello, I'm Dawn. Okay, so I've been checking it lately and they've changed it to hello, I'm Dawn. And then I did tell you recently there was a video, I think it was a short, where I'm explaining this situation, saying they put D-O-N and I'm D-A-W-N. Sounds completely different when I say it. And in that video, they actually typed it all, because I'd complained about it, they changed it all to D-A-W-N. So when I'm saying my name is not D-O-N, but I say Dawn, they type, my name's not D-A-W-N, it's D-A-W-N, because I've told them on my channel, I don't want to see D-O-N. So when I'm explaining, the subtitles say D-A-W-N all the time now, whether I'm saying Dawn or Dawn. But now I'm talking about, I'm going to discover and salt. They think I'm discovering salt and pepper. Crazy days. Oh dear. Let me see. Stephen, Tina, Jewel, yes, I think. Emily or Ethan, no, good, I'll ask them. Blue, Canva. I was going to ask if Canva, because I already have Canva. Using the background remover tool. Right, I'll have to find that. I haven't really, you know, I use Canva all the time, but I haven't really sat and discovered it. I know there's a lot more you can do in it now, but even when I was first using it, I tend to do these kind of things. I just use what's there and I never really find the time to look. Cool. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Blue. I'm assuming I'll find that quite easily where that is. I find that quite easily. Is that the bit where you can do like layer, move things forward, move things backwards? Is it in that bit? No one types it, basically Siri. Silly Siri. Yes, but someone's got to program it to start with. And they're not very good if it's voice recognition. No. Oh dear. Try being Scottish. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. Okay, let's move along and let's do this. I'm just rubbing off my board. Just rubbing off my board because it was all everywhere what I was going to do today. And I thought once I start, I won't know where I've been because I jump around. What did I just play? To do, new to you. To do, new to you. I can't remember that. I've just rubbed it off. I just rubbed it off. Oh dear. I'm so organised, but I was ahead of myself because normally I'd rub it off when I finish that. Look at the next one. Oh dear. Okay. Let's move swiftly along. Let's ignore that. Let's just totally ignore that. Oh, interesting. You know, I said I've sorted it all out. Well, I've lost one. Oh, that's why that was in. Right, let's see if I can move it while I'm live. That's why they weren't in the right order, because this one I do on Monday and Wednesday. Okay. And Forrest is stopping on, he's in my light ring, on number 9. And as I always say, he's named after Forrest Gump, Run Forrest Run. And that was by the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. So go and check out their channel. Let's just get him down. There he is. There's Forrest. There, he's very tired after running round the wheel. Oh, I showed you his bottom. Excusey. There we go. There's Forrest. There's little ear, little eye. Oh. So he's landed, let's put him to bed. He's landed on number 9. And if you remember my intro, that is part of that picture is a computer screen with me coming out with my cheers to you, or yamas as we say here. And so something to do with computer. I'm going to do a shout out, and I'm going to do the shout out for Animal Friendly 56. I had to check the number. You've all got numbers at the end, most of you, and I'm like, I can't remember your numbers. So Animal Friendly 56. Do go and check out her channel, and it's awesome. So go and have a look over there. Let's check the comments. Oh, big comments. Where are we? Go back a bit. Stephen Tina Jewel say, have you seen the Scott in the AI lift and floor 11? No, I have not. If you want to send me a link, don't send it here now because I can't pick up from here. Send me an email with the link, Steve. That'll keep you busy. Send me a link. I'd like to see that. I'm assuming it's funny. That would be fun. Right, Blue says it's under elements. Write that down, Dawn. Elements. Okay, I know where that is. Elements. There we go. Excellent. Thank you, Blue, for that. Much appreciated. I was hoping there'd be something in there because I like Canva. I find it so simple. So simple. As I say, I use Clipchamp as well. That takes quite some time to load funky things like this. Let's find, have I got the funky thing? Yeah, no, not that. I've not got the funky thing anymore on here. Maybe I took it down because I took a lot down when I was having that music issue because I didn't have time to put everything up. No, but my welcome on a Friday, this. So look at the background, not so much the words, but the background. So anything like that, it's not animation or movement, it's that very specific, that smoky type of thing, like element movement, like this. So again, not the words, I put those on top, but just loading from Clipchamp, those kind of things. I love them, that's so me, but they take an absolute age to download. So if you're adding other things as well, that takes a long time. So Clipchamp's got a whole lot more, I'd say professional looking stuff. And I have got with Canva, I think I've got it down to post next. So that will be on Wednesday on my other channel. I think I've posted it Wednesday. On my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Let me see, I'm sure. Yes, it's coming up on Wednesday. And it's a fun thing. And it's made with Canva, because I love doing the animation with Canva. And as I say, it's a funny one. It's Cat Kingdom. This is what I've been working on. It's my cats, and I've got 4 cats. And Pebbles I had first, so she's the queen. The oldest boy is Mr. Colin Waffles, so he's the king. Fossil is the princess, and Kit is the prince. And they tell funny stories. Watch it and see, and do let me know what you think of it. It took me longer to make than I thought it would. It wasn't the making the stories on Canva. It was putting the in-between bits of the cats in. It was a cat video because I had to find appropriate bits of the cat. You'll see. It took me so long to edit the cats into it, longer than it took me to make Canva, but I do love Canva. I do love it. I just get not annoyed, that's not the word, frustrated because I don't pay for it, but to go through and find the free bits. There are loads there, but it takes time. Obviously, they want you to pay for it. I think if money was no object, possibly I would pay for it. So, yeah, I do love Canva though. Blue saying, when you're doing your thumbnail, yes, and you add your picture to go to the top toolbar to elements, and the first one is BG Remover, click on it and it will do everything for you. So excuse me guys, I've got to write that down. I go to Mike sometimes, oh, Steve told me something really good, oh, Blue told me something good, and he's like, what? I can't even remember what it was about. Oh, dear. I don't do my videos on it. Do excuse me. Hold on, I'll play you something while I'm writing. I'm literally writing it. I don't have any. I used to have what I call emergency stuff. I used to have emergency stuff, so if something occurred, I could play something. Nearly finished. So yes, do go and check out my other channel, which is Everything Dance, Your Mentor. Thank you, Blue, for that. I'll stick that there so I don't lose it. Perfect. Thank you, Blue. Blue saying she's seen the Scott in the AI lift and floor 11. No, I haven't seen it. I've missed out there. I'll have to go and find that. Had I finished whatever we were doing prior to that? I think so. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, what have I just played? Max Hacks, Facts and Stats. I have to concentrate on what I'm doing. Okay, my hacks today are beauty. When your hands are ingrained with dirt after a heavy cleaning job, massage with 1 teaspoon, 5 grams of sugar and a little cooking oil. Remove with warm water and soap. Dry your hands thoroughly and apply a nourishing hand cream or a little glycerine. Wow. And the second hack today, try this hand lotion. Blend 2 tablespoons, 40 mils each, of rose water and glycerin with half a tablespoon, 10 millilitres of runny honey and the juice of 1 lemon. Massage into your hands after washing. So there's something for you to try there. Okay, let's do this. Oh, and Steve, I did invite Mike to my live today and he desisted. I said, well, you could at least go on incognito on your laptop and be there. No, they'd want me on. Okay, so this isn't so much a joke. This, it says, is a true story. I had just left Oxford and was doing a research fellowship at Cornell in 1950. My subject, which was to do with research in what makes people work or want to work, was abbreviated and given a new title for my American tour. I found on notice boards what I was doing was called the dynamics of labour. And in those days, dynamics was an unusual word. I felt inches taller, if a little bemused. About 5 or 6 months later, a girlfriend who was a doctor and whom I had known well at Oxford rang up from New York. She explained on the phone to me at Cornell in Upper New York State that she also had a research fellowship, and when I asked about it, she said she was examining the consumption of oxygen during childbirth. She explained about balancing some machine on the mum's tums. And when I reacted in a baffled way, she said it was perfectly all right because they had simplified the whole thing for her. She said they called it the dynamics of labour. I knew then we were meant for each other, and we married and have been happy ever after. So yes, not quite a joke there, but just fun. Where we go. Blue said, I read that one. Stephen Tina Jewell said, just a walk by in background. Nice. Okay, let's move on to this. Okie doke. So we're doing the bird book. I don't think we've got many more to go. because the whole book is not just birds. So you might see the book and think you've got a lot more to go. Don't think we did this one. Goldfinch. Length 12 centimetres, which is 4.75 inches. This jewel of a bird, Stephen Tina jewel, this jewel of a bird is less likely to visit a well-kept garden. The best way to attract goldfinches is to ensure a crop of seeding thistles, dandelions, groundsel, or sow thistles. Although they have also started to feed at peanut bags. A small flock of goldfinches energetically attacking seed heads is a delightful sight. If you see a goldfinch on teasel, it is likely to be male because the slightly duller female, whose bill is fractionally shorter and has difficulty extracting the seeds. Goldfinches may take the seeds of garden plants such as lavender. So here's a picture of the goldfinches there. And there's one taking the seeds. Do you have goldfinches? Have you seen goldfinches? Seed head specialist, the slender bill is ideal for probing for seeds. Feeding, large teasel, thistle and burdock seeds are preferred, but when they run out, the goldfinch eats the smaller groundsel, dandelion, ragwort or sow thistle seeds. It also eats the seeds of elm, birch and pine. On the bird table, peanuts and cage bird seeds such as millet are eaten. Voice. The call is a liquid swit-wit-wit, and the song is a twittering, rambling variation of these notes. Teasel. The seeds lie at the bottom of the long tubes, surrounded by bristles. Duller fledgling. The juvenile has a streaked grey-brown body and is less colourful on the head. Buff feathers conceal the distinctive gold wing bar. And that's there. Oh, look, that's sweet. Sweet. Nesting. The female builds a cup nest of moss roots lined with wall and thistle down, often near the end of a branch. The territories are small and several pairs of birds may nest close to each other. Courtship involves both sexes spreading their wings and tails to show off their colourful plumage. Nesting information: April to August, 2 or 3 broods, 4 to 6 red freckled white eggs, 11 to 13 days incubation, female, 13 to 16 days fledging, and 2 weeks until independent. So that's our birds for today. And I was doing some watering down my hugelkultur area, and there's a little bird there, and I got so much footage. He's one that comes quite close to me every morning. So again, that will probably go on Dawn's Diary, which is on my other channel. It'll probably be one of the days of that on there. If I get more footage of it, I might put a video on this channel all about that type of bird, which is a Cyprus wheater. So if I get more footage, then of course I will make a whole video on this channel as one of my bird series videos, telling you about different birds in Cyprus. Mike, that is walk by. Oh, right, just a walk by. Oh, you want him to do just a walk by in the background. Oh, you'd think he would do it for you, wouldn't you, Steve? You would think he would do it for you. Oh. I can't call him today because now when I do my lives, he sits in that room there that I can't get to. That I have to go out there, along there, back there, in there. But the wall is between us. It's the original outside wall of the house, so he can't hear me, and he has his headphones on and watches some nonsense that I don't like. But yeah, we stayed up late last night because, as I say, the football for us started at 10 p.m. So it finished, I think, just after 12, I think it was. And he didn't bother watching all the chat afterwards. He says, I've seen it. I've seen it. Why don't I want the chit chat afterwards? And as I say, it was after 12. So, yes. Okay, let's do this. So, I'm going to make a series on my other channel of 70s, growing up in the 70s. I want to do it a bit like my dance channel, where I'm doing my dance journey in some sort of order. So it starts from when I first started dancing, and then stories of how I was in TV and shows and so on and so forth. But I want to keep it in a sort of order. I also want to do that with my 70s series. But I want reminders of very iconic things of the 70s. So today I'm asking you about games you played at school. Games you played at school. What games do we remember from school? Let's see. I think everyone who's on in the chat knows British Bulldog. 1, 2, 3. Did it get banned? Did it get banned at your school? It was very violent in our school. I think there were different versions of it. It was always the boys enticed the girls to play it, and it was pretty rough. I don't think anyone actually got injured by it. British Bulldog. It was banned at our school. Of course, we had all that French skipping. I love French skipping. We're not talking double Dutch with the 2 skipping ropes. That's something else. French skipping is the elastic round the legs. Oh my gosh, I love French skipping. I'd like to give you an example of that. Maybe I could do that, because I'm not going to do them as lives. I'm going to do it as a series. Maybe all the things I think of, like French skipping, I could do you a demonstration. And I remember, let me just tell you what it was first. You had a massive bit, the bigger the better, of elastic, and you tied it. And then you had 2 people stand with the elastic around their legs well spread out. And then there's all these funky routines you did, jumping in and out and stretching the elastic. But I'll go through all that. And I remember at home I wanted to practice. So my mum had a bar stool, a tall stool, and she had a smaller stool. And I put the elastic stretched out over both of those. And of course, when I started doing all the things on the elastic, you're stretching the elastic and the stools came and collapsed. Or played at Cubs. Yes, Cubs. I didn't go to Cubs, but yes. I loved brownies, and I loved brownies. I went to 2 different brownies. I loved brownies because we played games. We did our badges. We did things. Guides, off you go, girls. There was no activity, there was no badges. It was just, you just had is it not Arcala? That's Cubs, isn't it? Captain is the top one, and then I can't remember what the lower one is. It was just them. They just chatted all night. I'd just come up from brownies, and I was like, I didn't know these older girls, and it was a small guides club, association, whatever, group, patrol, I think it's called. And so we had very small groups. The girl I'd come up from brownies with, she was put in another one. And in my one, there were just the two, the sort of, I even forget what it was called because I didn't stay in guides 5 minutes because it was boring. You had like the leader one and the next one, sixer and seconder, but I think that was what they called in brownies. And then me. And they were a lot older and they just chatted and I didn't even know what they were talking about. So didn't do that. And also I want to do it as a series rather than a live that I was originally thinking, because I can add photos in. It's going to be cool. It's going to take a while. But again, I want to start the very beginning, my very first memories. I think it would be cool. But as I say, it's going on my other channel because it doesn't really compute with this channel. I've got too much going on in Cyprus. So anything past goes over there. Stephen Tina Jewel, hopscotch. Oh, that's a good one. Hopscotch. Blue says, I wasn't like the other kids. I didn't play a lot in the playground. Too much noise and rough shenanigans. I used to hide at the side of the stairs. Oh, Blue. Oh, bless you. I'd love to see some pictures of you when you were little, Blue. I'd love to see some pictures of you. I think that'd be well sweet. Poor Blues. Yeah, I would say I want to go and hug her, but she doesn't like hugs. I would have been your friend, Blue. I would have. I would have said, what are you interested in? And we'll talk about that. You really wouldn't, What would you actually like? What else? The boys seemed to play lots of games. They did like marbles and is it shove halfpenny and cigarette cards. They used to toss them against the wall, and I think if they rebounded and came back and landed on one, they kept those. I think that was a game they did. What else? Oh, we did all like so many skipping games, like all the rhymes and all the hand clapping, all the sort of rhymes like that. Anyone know keep the sunny side up? Keep the sunny side up, and the other side two. See the girls in red, white and blue. See the boys say, how do you do? It wasn't like routines like kids do now, like dance routines, but it was, I don't even know where it came from. I think a lot of games are learned from, you see the older children do it, and then you pick it up. Hence why so many playground rhymes are so old, and you can look a lot up and see what they were all about, where they all come from. Where I'll be. Blue saying, I wasn't without friends. Good. I just didn't like getting into the playground because the kids were loonies and I had already smashed my front tooth and didn't want to lose another. Oh, poor you. Steve says, I was most likely a little bad boy when I was young. Blue says, Mum used to lecture me about how expensive it was to fix the tooth every time, so I just didn't play. Aww. Oh, I think as you get older, you didn't play games. I think when you go to high school, it's more chat, isn't it? You chat, gossip, maybe. I went to an all-girls school, so of course it was going to be gossip. I think you took things into school to show. Maybe you got your magazines when you was older. I think in high school, maybe I took like teenage magazines in. You'd look at those together. I don't think I played in high school. I had the Rubik Cube. I've told you that before. I was the first one with it. And then everyone's like, what's that? What's that? And if you wonder how I was one of the first ones with it, I have said it before. It was, first of all, came to England. It was in, I told you about one of my stage school friends. They were always much older than me, my class, because I started so young. And she had to buy gifts for a blind person. and there was a very specific shop where they sell things for specifically blind people, and she used to go in there, and they had a Rubik's Cube for like Braille, and she brought that along, and she said, oh, where can you get that? And they said, we're trying to get supply in of them, and that's how I got one, because she gave them all as gifts to us all. And then I took it into school, and as everything happens, everyone then tried to source them and get one. Mine was one that you could tell an original one from the later models, the way they clicked or didn't click. You can just feel it. You can feel the difference. So I had that. And then, of course, I had a friend who, I don't know if it was her dad or a relative of hers, and they were into promotion and marketing, and she'd always bring things into school and give her best friends the same item. And it was product placement, product marketing. It was basically, she was sent to spread the, not toys, I tried to think of an example, but I can't think of anything I got from her. But it was all like new toys and gadgets, more gadgets than toys, new things out, and her best friends would get them, and people would see you like a Rubik's Cube, but not that, doing stuff in the playground. Oh, what's that? And it was free marketing. Where are we? Steve and Tina Jules say, Tina says still am, just a big one now, a big doo-doo. Blue says, laugh out loud, I bet she does. Blue says, I used to sit under the trees at high school out of the way. Oh. Steve said, I used to climb the trees until I fell out and ended in hospital. Bit accident prone is our Steve, by the sounds of things. But as they say, better to venture than not to venture at all, for sure. What else did we play? I remember we got this, they were quite new out, these new like climbing frames that you got in play parks, but it was like not hexagonal, but it was like a dome, and it was all just slope bars made up like this dome. There were no bars this way, and I never wanted to go on it. It was new to our school, and I never wanted to go on it, because when you've got bars like that, how can you climb? You had to put your foot in this like bit there, and it was really uncomfortable on your feet, and I wasn't allowed to like ruin my shoes. We were only allowed one pair of shoes a year, one summer pair, one winter pair, that was it, even if you had holes in them or scuffed them. So I wasn't going to be climbing on that. And a lot of the people were going on that, and the boys were like, who can be first to get to the top, because it went in like that. It was quite dangerous. No soft surface, of course. No, not in the 70s, no soft surface. And I don't know why, but one of the girls decided she wanted to get to the top. She was just what can I say about her? She wasn't like pushy or show offy. I suppose she just wanted to show she could do it as well as the boys. And she got to the very top, and she fell through and she broke her arm. And her mother didn't let her come back to school for a long time. So I don't know if there was a situation going on, because she only broke her arm. So it wasn't like awkward as in she couldn't have come to school, and she didn't come to school for a long time. So I wonder if there was it was before the days of lawsuits, but I think questions were asked, because you had dinner ladies. Do they still have that now? Dinner ladies used to come out in the playground. They weren't anything to do with the school. They were like the cooks. They helped in the kitchen, not cooking, but like serving, and walked around to make sure you ate your lunch, because of course those days you ate your school dinner. There wasn't, you could leave it. You couldn't leave your school dinner. They sometimes would let you leave a tiny bit. So when we used to get the ice cream scoop of mash with the hard lumps of potatoes still in it, uncooked, of course you used to try and hide all your peas in it and everything and make it as small as possible so they would let you leave it. Oh dear. We have Two Doves, Bees and Gardens in. I've just been watching a great video of theirs where they move, I'm going to get the terms wrong, but moving some bees. They've got this, I'll explain it badly and get it wrong, but they've got this like flower pot with the hole and the bees in. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. I've said before to John that I'm not interested in having bees at all. I just love the way they explain it and show you it. I just love watching it. So I saw that one and I went and watched that one. So yes, we need to do a proper hello to Two Doves, Bees and Gardens. Go and check out their channel, guys. And there's the link there. Thank you, Steve. Did you see the hurricane? The hurricane just skirted our area, barely any rain. That's it. There you go. See, flower pot. I was right on the word flower pot. Flower pot swarm trap. That's it. I just moved another swarm on Saturday. Go and watch it, guys. Even if you're not into beekeeping, it's really good the way they do their videos on their bees. I love it. If I see a bee one, I go and watch it there. I like watching bees collect pollen and that kind of thing. But yeah, it's really good video. Really nice one there. Yeah, do go and check it out. I believe Blue does lives on Friday now. So guys, do go and check out her lives, which is 4:30 p.m. UK time. So go and check that out. And Steve has got an injury, so do go and check out their videos. Put loads of comments in, questions, and you can keep him occupied with him answering questions under the video. Okay, I'm going to finish there because I'm late today. So thank you all for being here. Really appreciate that. Steve, do get well soon. Blue says I have videos coming too. Excellent. We will look out for those. Okay, thanks for being here, guys. Thank you to all of you watching back later. As I say, look out for the one being posted on my other channel on Wednesday. And let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about it with my cats. Cat Kingdom. Yeah. So I will see you back here on Wednesday. Until then, keep smiling. And as always, Meraki. Glad I caught you. Talk to you later. Have a great day. And you too. Bye for now.